Gulf Coast, and also more of that is on the way. I'll be breaking down all of your forecast details coming up. Yeah, Vanessa, so we do have more on the way. The good news is it's not going to take up the entirety of our Monday, but we already dealt with some of that heavy rain pushing in with more of that moderate rain on the back end of it. So more of those 2 rounds of rain that you're going to be encountering with more of that thunder and that lightning. But let's go ahead and dive deeper, break down exactly what I'm mentioning here. So what we're starting to see is gloomy overcast skies. Here was that rain as it was pushing through, but if you notice, it was fast moving. That is something that our Futurecast models, they were not on board with. They really wanted more of this to continue to push in heading into the early part of the afternoon, but it's great. We love to see it. Get it in, get it out. Let's go ahead and get on with the rest of our Monday, but also in addition to it moving faster, it is weakening. So we do have that storm tracker alert in place, but now we're really just starting to see some of those improvements out there. Still heavy rain, still lots of that lightning that's going to be taking place. But as far as the other severe risks that we are monitoring, those strong gusty winds, the tornado threat out there, the hail, that is all just beginning to go down. So here's where we're tracking just that main line that's pushing through. It's already making its way really through Conecuh and Escambia counties. They're just beginning to push out of the Foxton viewing area. Bradley still just starting to experience some of that heavy rain, some of that lightning. But if you notice, here's where I mentioned the 2 rounds because it turns a little lighter and then you're going to start to experience more of just that moderate rainfall, more of that steady rain. That's what we're seeing closer towards Choctaw Bluff, URI down towards Tensas, Stockton and into Atmore. So Flomaton, Century, Jay, Bruton, you're starting to see a little break in that, but more of that moderate rainfall is on the way. Closer towards additional portions of Baldwin County, Loxley, Robertsdale, Summerdale, and Elsinore. Just starting to see some of that light rain. The majority of this just beginning to push off further towards the east. So we're really just starting to see a lot of this beginning to push through Pace, Ferry Pass, and down towards Brent and into Pensacola. Also additional areas into southern Baldwin County, Orange Beach, Wolf Bay, just starting to see a lot of that heavy rain moving in. Magnolia Springs, Bon Secour, Foley, Point Clear, looking a little bit better. But here's that moderate, steady rainfall that I mentioned. So it's not done just yet. Here at the Foxton News Studios in McGowan Park, I-65 government area, we are still starting to hear some of that thunder and lightning. It's rumbling out there. It's even shaking our studio just a little bit. So we're not done just yet. That does include other portions of southern Mobile County. Here's a new sweep scan just beginning to push in. We're starting to see more of that pushing down towards Grand Bay by La Battery, Code Den, and then Dauphin Island, really just closer towards the west end there, starting to see some heavy rain. We will start to see more of that track further off towards the east. Here's timing things out in our Futurecast. We start off for right now. Futurecast a little similar to what we're seeing out there. But here's really what I want to point out. Once we get closer towards 2 o'clock, look at that. All of it clearing out of here. And by the time we get into the midday of your Monday, things are your Monday afternoon, it's going to be looking like a whole new day out there. We're going to start to introduce some sunshine. Those winds will try to push in out of the north later on forward this evening. Those things will look a lot better. Just make sure in case you do have any sports practices or games, you are checking in with any of the coaches out there to see if those are still on. But we will continue to stay a little unsettled over the next few days. I'll be talking more about your extended forecast coming up in just a little bit. And taking another look at your forecast. Now it is windy out there. Taking a look at those active wind gust speeds. Take a look closer towards Grove Hill, 25 miles per hour, Pensacola, 46 miles per hour. But look at these numbers coming in. Over 30 miles per hour wind gusts closer towards Mobile and Gulf Shores earlier this morning. Pensacola not too long ago, wind gusts 63 miles per hour. It is gusty out there as those line of storms now continue to push through the Florida Panhandle. I'll talk more about your forecast and where those current storms are. That's coming up when we come back. And also taking another look at your forecast, a live view outside down on Dauphin Island right now and starting to see some of that heavy rain out there. Low visibility on the horizon. It's slick, it's stormy, but over the next few hours, we will start to see some improvements. Look at that. By 4 o'clock, we're introducing some sunshine out there. So we just have to wait a little bit longer, but I'll have another look at your Futurecast coming up when we come back. Yes. Mark the first time that humans have flown such a mission.
Yeah, so cryptocurrency billionaire Chuan Wang will be joined by 3 polar explorers.
A Norwegian film director, a German robotics researcher, and an Australian adventurer. Sounds like it's like the lead into some kind of joke.
Okay, so the group is slated to lift off from a launch pad in Florida Monday night.
Now, they are expected to spend 3 to 5 days in space gathering health data before returning home with a splashdown landing off the coast of California.
Now, usually when they do any type of mission, especially SpaceX, are we going to come across anything out there?
We won't.
Okay.
It's normally whenever they'll splash down in the Gulf waters,
Okay.
but instead this one is going to be taking place off the coast of California, so not like
because I was already expecting people submitting photos. Okay.
I always love to see it. I always forget about them.
It's pretty cool. Okay, whether you are a kid or an adult, the likelihood is you used a crayon to write or draw, right?
Yeah, we got a bunch of half crowns at our house all scattered about. But today marks National Crown Day.
So artists around the world have used wax and chalk-based crayons for centuries.
So Edwin Binney created the brightly colored crayons most people are familiar with today. The year was 1903.
And Binney's company developed the Crayola division for children for the first time. Millions of people around the world use crayons today, and they continue to bring joy for artists and non-artists alike. Our producer wanted us to share that his favorite crayon is a macaroni and cheese crayon. That's one of the weird names.
Definitely a yellow one there.
Yes. Have you heard of any other crazy names?
I think the one that I had to Google some of them to see which one stuck out to me. I definitely remember in my elementary age, the robin egg.
Oh.
Blue?
Yeah.
I remember that one. Always getting the robin's egg.
Yeah, I've seen some funny ones on here. Neon carrot, a fuzzy wuzzy, cornflower.
What color is fuzzy wuzzy?
Fuzzy Wuzzy looks like it's a combination of the brown tones.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one.
Yeah.
But always fun to check out the names that they have.
Yeah.
Well, let's go ahead and dive deeper into your forecast. Just a reminder, right now is a great time to download the Fox 10 weather app. That way you're staying updated with the forecast. We do have some of those showers and storms pushing through right now, so you can always track along with it. We do have the radar feature right here. Plus also there's a futurecast option built in. If you just press the little square there at the bottom, it'll say past or future, but you want it to say past plus future, so that way you can go ahead, track along, see when things are starting to look better. And look at that, once we get closer towards 2:30, clear skies out there. Still a little bit of cloud cover, but all of that rain clearing on out. But let's go ahead and dive deeper into your forecast of what I'm tracking outside right now. A live view down in Orange Beach. Gray, gloomy, but we're seeing less of that rain in southern Baldwin County. However, more is on the way. Again, more of those moderate showers are anticipated until we start to see improvements by 2 o'clock. If you look a little bit closer, you can start to see some of that rain still falling out there down in Orange Beach. Winds out of the west-northwest around 10 miles per hour right now. Temperatures have really dropped, but heads up, spring breakers. It is high today for those rip current risks. Tomorrow it's going to be a brief period of being low, and those winds will be kicking out of the north tonight. So we'll see some minor improvements out there, but it's back up to high Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We're introducing sunshine, some warm temperatures out there. Please always know the name of the specific beach you're located on. Know what to do in case you do find yourself in a rip current risk, and in case you're a local and you see some spring breakers, go ahead and remind them. That'll be a great thing for you to do. You can feel good about it too. That way everyone is educated on what to do in those rip current risks. But I'll have a final look at your forecast coming up in just a little bit. We'll also be back with 3 to know before you go. But for right now, a live view, a rainy view down on Dauphin Island.
Hey, you know who I got to root for.
Who are you rooting for? Houston?
Yes.
I know, Houston girl right there. It'll be a fun thing. Joe already made fun of me on Studio 10.
I heard it.
Yeah, my wedding is this Saturday, right during the game.
I think it's going to be.
I know. During the reception, there'll be a lot of cheering, I hope, from the Auburn fans there. Well, let's go ahead and talk more about your forecast. So here's a look at those showers as they are continuing to track through. Again, expecting all of this to continue to kick out of here. Improvements by 2 o'clock, by 4 p.m. It's going to be looking like a completely different day with some more of those blue skies out there. Rain chances today. I'm continuing to drop those down. I dropped that storm tracker alert for today. Improvements tomorrow. It's just going to be warm, humid, and a little unsettled Thursday through the weekend.
Get that rain out of here. We've had a few days. And Saturday too. No rain.
No rain on Saturday, please.
Bye guys.